Hello, 11th class ISC students. Vandana Shrivastava now takes you to her next class of drama The Tempest, Act 1, Scene 2. In the previous meet, we have seen how Prospero is telling Miranda about Gonzalo's kindness. And now let us proceed from Prospero's speech with 207th line. When Miranda asks for the reason of raising the storm, then her father says, "Know thus far forth, by accident more strange, bountiful fortune now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore." So Prospero says, "Know this far forth," means you may know as much as this. You may know as much about this, that why I have raised the storm. By a strange accident, more strange, most strange, bountiful fortune now, my dear lady. By this strange accident, bountiful fortune, the generous fortune, goddess fortune is now favoring me. Now, my dear lady, hath my enemies brought to this shore. Means, dear lady means the goddess fortune had brought my enemies to this shore. And by my prescience, I find my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star. And by my foreknowledge, knowledge of events before they happen, this is called the prescience. So, by my foreknowledge, I find my zenith, I find myself on the highest point. Doth depend upon a most auspicious star, that my fortune depends upon a favorable star, whose influence, if now I court not, but omit, my fortunes will ever after droop. Whose influence means if I do not take advantage of this auspicious moment. Whose influence? Auspicious moment. If I am not going to take the advantage of this auspicious moment, if I court not, if I do not take advantage, but omit, but disregard it, my fortunes will ever after droop. If I am not going to take the advantage of this auspicious moment and disregard it, my fortune will start declining. Droop means decline. Here sees more questions. So, my dear daughter, ask no more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. You seem to be drowsy. It is a good dullness. This sleep is a well timed. This time means actually he wanted that this time Miranda should sleep and give it away. So, sleep. You sleep, Miranda. I know thou canst not choose. Means that you cannot help me. He's saying to himself only that later on, because the next task that I am going to do, that in that case you will not help. You cannot help me. And Miranda sleeps. Come away, servant. Come, I am ready now. Approach my Ariel, come. Now he calls the Ariel. Ariel is a delicate spirit who always follows his commands, Prospero's commands. Whatever he commands, Ariel has to follow it. So he is now calling the Ariel the spirit. I am ready now, approach. Now I am ready for the next task. So please come and enter Ariel. And Ariel comes. Ariel says, "All hail, great master, grave sir, hail I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding tasks, Ariel in all his quality." So he says, "All hail, my greetings to you, great master, grave sir, respected sir, hail, I greet you. I come to answer thy best pleasure. I have come to carry out whatever you command, whether it is to fly or to swim or to dive into the fire or to ride on the curled clouds or to ride on the uneven clouds. To thy strong bidding task, to your powerful commands, employ Ariel and all his quality," means the Ariel and other fellow spirits are ready to follow your commands. Then Prospero says, Hast thou, spirit, performed to point the tempest that I bade thee? Have you carried out my orders with regard to the tempest, the storm, that I bade thee, that I commanded you? Tell me in details you have done. Then Ariel says, To every article, in every detail. I boarded the king's ship, now on the beak, now in the waist, and the deck, in every cabin I flamed amazement. Means the Ariel says, I went to the king's ship, Alonso's ship, and now on the beak, now in the waist, the deck, in every cabin I flee in amazement. Means in the shape of flame, I went to the front of the deck, in the waist, middle of the deck of the ship, in every cabin. I went into the every cabin. I burned like a flame and created terror everywhere. Sometime I would divide and burn in many places. Sometimes I divided myself in several parts and burned the many places of the ship. On the topmast, the yards, the bowsprit would I flame distantly. So, means the topmast I went there also, the yards mast which supports a sail, bowsprit, where the lower edge is fastened of the front sail. Everywhere I went, I burned individually and simultaneously. Then meet and join. Then I united myself into a single flame. Jove's lightning, the precursors. Oh, the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary and sight outrunning were not the fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege. Now he is taking the reference of the Jove. The Jove is Jupiter is the supreme god of Roman mythology, and his chief weapon is the thunderbolt and lightning. So he's taking the reference of the Jove's lightning, that the Jove's lightning, the precursors, who are the lightning, the harbingers. Harbingers mean Jove's harbingers who bring the dreadful thunder and lightning, more momentary and sight outrunning were not. Means the Jove's lightning and the thunder and lightning were not so momentary, not so quick, as swift as I was. Were not as myself. The fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring means the fire and the crash of lightning that I was creating, that were swift than the Jove's lightning and thundering. The most mighty Neptune again is the reference. Neptune is the god of the sea, and his chief weapon is the trident. Trident is the three-pronged spear of Neptune. So he says that he and means the most mighty, the god of sea Neptune, seemed to attack. By looking all this, he also seemed to attack and make his bold waves tremble. The sea waves tremble, going in the high, creating the high tides. And his dread trident shake, and also frightening by shaking his trident. So Prospero says, my brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant, that this coil would not infect his reason. So he says, my brave spirit, was there anybody who was not affected by this turmoil? Who was firm or constant? Anybody was firm and constant? So Ariel says, not a soul, but felt a fever of the mad and played some tricks of desperation. He says, not a single person who did not have a fit of madness and played some tricks of desperation. means all the people were in madness. All the people were in desperate thoughts, tricks of desperation, in the desperate thoughts. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine, and all the mariners, they jumped in the sea water. Foaming brine means sea water, and quit the vessel and left the ship. Then all afire with me. Then I raised a fire by me, and the fire that was raised by me, because of all this, they were now jumping into the sea water. And again, by this fire, the king's son Ferdinand, Alonso's son Ferdinand, with hair up staring, then like wreaths not hair, was the first man that leaped. Then, because of the fire, the king's son Ferdinand, whose hair was standing on end in terror, whose hair was standing in terror and looked like wreaths, and his hair looked like wreaths. So, not hair was the first man that leaped, and he was the first man in terror. He was so terrified that he was the first man from the royal family who jumped in the ship. And crying, while jumping, he cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here." So he says that hell has discharged all the devils, and they are here. All the devils are here. Then Prospero says, "Why, that's my spirit. But was not this nice show?" So he says, "Yes, you have done like good spirit, all the work." "Did this happen near the shore?" Then Ariel says, "Close by my master, very close to the shore." Prospero, "But are they, Ariel, safe?" So Prospero is asking, is everybody safe? So Ariel says, "Not a hair perished, on their sustaining garments not a blemish." So he said, not a hair is destroyed of any of the passengers. And on their sustaining garments, even the supporting clothes that they are wearing are not stained or damaged. Blemished, damaged. But fresher than before. But they are looking more fresher than before. "And as thou badgest me, as though you have told me, as you have told me, in troops I have dispersed them about the island. And according to your command, in groups I have dispersed them, and they are wandering on the island. The king's son have I landed by myself. The king's son, I have brought the king's son Ferdinand to the shore by myself, whom I left cooling of the air with sighs. I have left Ferdinand sighing at the lonely corner of the island. In an odd angle of the island means isolated corner of the island. He is sitting there and sighing, and he is very sad and sitting his arms in this sad note. He is sitting with folded arms sadly and thinking, and in great despair he is." So today till here, children. In our next meet we will go further. Thank you.